Now we're going to talk about cybercrime and how best to curb it. And we have a guest joining us now. It's none other than the Global Chief Technology Officer at Nihka Technology Group, and that's Abdul Moosa. Abdul, many thanks for joining us, and thank you so much for coming on to unpack this with us. So according to your observations, how significant is the impact of cybercrime on African economies and, most importantly, the businesses?
Well, firstly, thank you for having me. If we look at the impact, I've done a bit of research and it seems to be increasing at a rapid rate. At the moment, we're sitting over $2.2 billion on the GDP across Africa, and that's increasing on over 200% year on year. So the situation is actually getting worse and worse every single year.
And what specific AI technologies or strategies is Nihka Technology Group implementing to combat cybercrime? I mean, how does AI help in detecting or even preventing cyber criminal activities compared to traditional methods?
So if we look at the rate at which we're experiencing cybercrime, the cyber criminals are becoming more and more complex in the way that they're initiating the various cybercrime activities, and it can't be fought alone with just humans. National control and operation centers need to employ technologies like artificial intelligence, and we need a lot of data and information sitting all over the internet, and more importantly, what we call the dark web, which is an underground trading portal where hackers sit and discuss how they're going to steal information, how they're going to impact organizations. But more importantly as well is we need to start looking at the national security of every country, because warfare has also got a significant impact in terms of cyber. We're starting to see traditional warfare where we used to see guns in the hands of humans moving to cyber warfare. I mean, imagine if they shut down your electricity grid in your country, what the impact will be.
And what are your thoughts on the current level of investment in cybersecurity initiatives across Africa? Do you think it's sufficient, or does more need to be done?
Definitely more needs to be done, especially in the public sector space. We see a lot of adoption in private organizations within Africa, but from a public point of view, we're finding that governments haven't really recognized the need to put a lot of funding into cybersecurity. And there's also a lack of laws in certain countries as well that regulate what can and can't be done using electronic systems. And that's obviously fueling cybercrime, especially in the government sector. On a daily basis across the continent, we see many organizations that have been breached to a point where systems are offline, service delivery stops. So there needs to be a stance taken. And I think it's a continent-wide stance where we need to get together. I know in South Africa, there were a few laws and acts that were introduced. They somewhat have an impact, but there's a lot more that can be done. And there needs to be a lot stringent frameworks in every country that ensures that an organization enforces relevant cybersecurity controls, which will unlock investments as well.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us, Abdul Moosa. Once again, thank you.
Pleasure, and thank you for having me.